Welcome to our presentation for GBK 459. We are going to discuss Southwest Airlines, and our presenters are Kelsey Smith, Laquana Fulton, Denise McGlown, and Carino Ramos-Sauce. Southwest Airlines has grown to be the largest domestic carrier in the U.S. by providing a low-cost, no-frills strategy to its customers. Recently, Southwest stepped outside from its standard organic growth strategy and acquired AirTran Holdings Inc., which has led to the increase of fees Southwest now charges, along with reduced legroom due to additional seats, in order to try and offset the rising operating and integration costs from the merger. The outcome of the merger has also led to an increase of flight delays by Southwest due to an increased number of flights and is requiring Southwest assessing. To address the issue of flight delays and the increased operational costs Southwest is incurring, a combination strategy of focusing on providing the company with overall low cost and differentiation from its competitors is highly recommended. This entails reducing the number of Southwest scheduled flights and improving employee training, both of which will provide more efficient production and more opportunistic ways of cutting costs without hurting customers' expectations and services provided to them. As of August 2013, Southwest Airlines initiated a new plan to schedule more flights by only adding additional seats to its current planes rather than adding more airplanes to its fleet. This plan showed to be disastrous, as it only served to decrease on-time departures and increase the number of disgruntled Southwest Airlines customers. As shown in the chart, flight delays are a result of many factors, ranging from weather, security issues, to previous airplanes arriving late. Since the merger with AirTran, Southwest has increased its number of delayed flights. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation monthly tally for April of 2013 to 2014, Southwest has an average of only 72.9% of flights arriving on time, ranking third among its competitors for the highest number of delays, which is shown in this graph. No airline can completely cut out flight delays, but with such a large number of delays, it will potentially cost the airline more than just a late arrival. That is why it is suggested that Southwest downsize their number of flights and improve the employee training provided. Together, they hold the ability to limit the number of delays due to employees having better knowledge, skill, and time to perform all required tasks when transitioning in between flights. The current average turnaround time for Southwest flights is only 25 minutes. By eliminating a number of flights, it could allow for an increased time of up to 40 minutes, which gives employees time to complete the job effectively and safely. Enhancing employment training will not only improve their work ability, but also provide better ways to provide the customer service that Southwest is known for.
Decreasing flight strategies hold many advantages and disadvantages. The biggest advantage, it takes away flights while help keep the delays down. That gives customers more time to make it from one flight to another without worrying about if they will be missing their flights, being rerouted to another flight just to catch up with flights or luggage. There will be more flights on time or even earlier arrivals. This helps with all the overlapping times, with less flights will be an easier schedule to follow. Flight schedules will be met 19% or more. Even though Southwest has a great advantage of taking away flights to help with delays and turnaround times, there are many disadvantages that will cause problems with Southwest. One big concern that Southwest will have is in major revenue loss. Southwest will lose revenues from every flight they take away. That's revenues Southwest will not gain. Less flights, meaning seats will go fast and there will not be a lot of options to choose from. Flights will not be available on certain times and dates. Certain times of day that customers would like to fly. That will be very inconvenient for customers. With downsizing of flights, Southwest will not need as many employees. They pay their employees based on how many flights they attend. With less employees, workers will be overworked with more responsibilities. Overworked employees leads to unhappy staff, which can lead to strike or overwork quality and quitting.
Another alternative implementation is employee training. Southwest currently employs about 46,000 personnel, of which 4 primary departments would benefit from additional training. These departments are customer support and services, in-flight personnel, ground operations, and customer relations. Increased training would be an effective strategic route for Southwest. It would help to improve customer service, the customer service received, help correct flight delays, and help increase flight traffic. This training will provide staff with better knowledge of assigned areas, which will lead to better customer service, which will in turn lead to improved Southwest image as a whole. Cons to increased training are time and cost, especially in regards to the acquisition of other airlines and staff that comes along with that. The time associated with the training of employees will cause Southwest to remove workers from designated areas, which may require more coverage. Although there are cons to the increased employee training, the benefits in time will prove to have been a positive decision for the company as a whole.
Southwest Airlines will address flight delays by implementing a combination strategy. The combination strategy will entail a reduction of scheduled flights, an increase of time between flights, and refurbishing employee training. The reduction of flights along with the retraining of employees will help ensure accurate, on-time arrivals and departures. It will also ensure that better customer service is provided by employees. The average turnaround time for Southwest Airlines is only 25 minutes. Clearly, this is not enough time, otherwise there will be no delays. By increasing to a 40-minute turnaround time, it will be more beneficial to Southwest Airlines, their employees, and the passengers. The new strategy could be implemented as of January 1st, 2015. Southwest Airlines would decrease its number of flight delays through new flight schedules and employee training. This would be a year-long project, which will require the employees to sign up for online training. The training online will allow for employees to be accounted for in the work environment and would only cost Southwest to compensate for their time due to their training being outside of work hours. This training will revolve around strategies which could help employees be more efficient in turnaround times and emphasize on tips such as the flight attendants helping with the planes being cleaned and restocked. The main purpose of the training, however, will be to provide employees with the tools necessary to be able to better adapt to the changing schedules and fast-paced work environment. The following table details the action items and the timeline that would be followed during the year-long implementation of the chosen strategy. As you can see on the table, the project will start on January 1st, 2015, with the announcement that training will be offered to employees to improve plane turnaround time and new scheduling of flights will be taking place. After that, the batches of employees being trained will be segmented by milestones, ranging 1 through 14. The reason for this is to avoid any system failures due to all of the employees trying to train at once. And the project will end on December 15th, 2015, with the progress of employees' performance being basically analyzed to see if the employee performance has improved in any way, shape, or form, and if he has helped the flight turnaround time. The enhanced schedule will also be compared with the initial schedule to determine if the lessening of flights is actually beneficial to the company. The cost Southwest would incur for the implementation of an enhanced flight schedule with 40-minute in-between flights would be in the form of reduction of potential monetary gains from additional scheduled flights. This new schedule could initially represent a decrease in revenue due to fewer scheduled flights, but it will ensure that Southwest can safely and effectively get planes ready for its passengers and crew. The extra time allotted will allow for the main focus to be safety and performing all of the tasks needed to get the planes ready for departure again and ensure quality customer service is met. The new schedule will also give extra time for any issues that might arise in between flights, such as weather and security issues. This would greatly contribute in the effort to reduce flight delays due to not having as many flights that would currently be rushed. Along with the schedule changes to reduce flight delays, retraining of employees, as previously mentioned, must also take place to ensure they can better adapt to the changes in flight schedules and contribute to plane turnovers more efficiently. Southwest Airlines currently has 46,000 employees, according to the website. However, the implementation of retraining programs will only be for the employees in customer support and services, in-flight, ground operations, and customer relations departments. This is because these are the departments that consistently deal with plane turnovers and customer support and service. As Curtis mentioned, the training will be provided online, and the employees will be allotted to take specified training at set times of the year by Southwest Airlines. The employees will have 2 to 3 days to complete the training once they have been signed up. They will have to complete the online training outside of their work hours and will be compensated based on their hourly pay. Because the employee pay fluctuates depending on their position and seniority, so will their hourly compensation for the new training program. The approximate cost of the retraining of Southwest Airlines employee would be as follows. The online training for employees will be approximately 8 hours long. The 8 hours are to be accommodated by the employees outside of work during non-working hours as they best see fit. Each employee would receive compensation per hour. The compensation will be based on the average hourly pay of the personnel in the 4 departments being trained, what they get paid, and the average hourly pay for the customer support and services, in-flight, ground operations, and customer relations department would be $20.46. The U.S. Department of Labor Bureau of Labor Statistics states that flight crew members make up about 33% of air transportation employment. If Southwest Airlines attribute an additional 40% of air transportation employees to ground operations and customer relations, combined, these departments make up approximately 73% of employees that comprise the aviation workforce. This lets us know that out of the 46,000 employees of Southwest, only 33,580 of these employees will require the training. This would result in Southwest expenditure for the retraining being $687,046.80. The one-time 8-hour training would be just for the first year of the strategy implementation. If the training proves beneficial through decrease of in-flight delays and the overall improvement of internal processes, then it would be added to the initial job training of the new hires, and those already employed won't be required to annually update their training through a more condensed 2-hour online training session. The training is costly, however, each employee will be given skills and knowledge which will better enable them to handle the increased flight traffic, easily adapt to shifting environments, and perform their duties more efficiently. This will also aid in minimizing costs by reducing customer turnover for Southwest Airlines. Service differentiation is a powerful competitive advantage to have. It has been proven multiple times through the success of companies who invest in employee training regularly, that it leads to financial gains through superior employee performance. Using a combination strategy to move ahead of competitors in the airline industry can be very valuable. And a great example of a combination strategy success within the airline industry is Singapore Airlines. It has successfully used a combination strategy, being one of the industry's most cost-effective operators. Singapore Airlines offers low-cost fares to its customers and invests heavily in retraining employees, up to $70 million a year in training costs. Their dedication to customers through employee training has led them to winning the World's Best Airline Award from Condé Nast Traveler 21 out of 22 times, and the Skytrax Airline of the Year Award 3 times over the past decade. Implementing a combination strategy, Southwest Airlines will be able to work towards increasing their on-time performance percentage while enhancing employee work behavior through training. It would also allow Southwest to maintain its low-cost competitive advantage and continue to differentiate themselves from competitors. This will ensure Southwest Airlines is in the best position for the long-run future because it will be addressing the pressing matter of constant flight delays while maintaining the characteristics that it has built its differentiation platform on: consumer centricity.